So 2023 is almost over, so I thought this a good opportunity to basically give you guys a recap of what my investing was like over 2023. As soon as we hit 2024 as well, I will have a couple of videos just on my plans for the new year in terms of investing, which will include getting back into crypto, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, so opening my Trading 212 portfolio, which is the main place that I invest in stocks, and as you can see, the balance as of today is €23,252. And we can see just below the graph, if we go to the year mark and then go to about 22nd of December last year, you can see we were sitting at about 14,000 there, and we were down quite a bit, down 7,000. And now we're looking much healthier at 23,000 and plus 4,200 profit. Now you may also notice that the invested amount, which is the amount just, I'll highlight in red here, that amount has changed, it's gone down. Since then compared to now, and that just means I've taken some money out of the investment portfolio, and that is because I'm in the long process of buying a property, so I'll have some more details on that maybe in the future, but that's essentially why I took some money out of it, and also the reason why this year didn't actually consist of me investing a whole lot of money, more just kind of keeping things going and managing the portfolio that I have, opposed to adding a lot of new money in this year. But yeah, all in all, pretty happy with the year's performance. If we take a look at that graph, obviously it had some rocky periods, but generally from around May to approximately June, there was a decent rise back up there, putting the portfolio back in the green, and it's pretty much stayed in the green since. Let me just check. Yeah, pretty much stayed in the green since then. So a bit of a turbulent start, but then we had a good recovery there. And yeah, the peak, I suppose, was probably around this 24,000, around the 19th of July. Also getting close to that again on the 17th of September. Bit of a pullback in October, and then we're on the way back up again now towards December. And I suppose this chart is a good reminder of why you should stay invested, because for example, if you missed being in the market from the 8th to approximately the 17th of June, you would have missed out on most of the gains that came this year. So if you were around here and you started to see your portfolio dip and you said, I'm getting out for now, I'll buy back in when it's lower, and that low just doesn't come and it starts to go up. So it's definitely a psychological battle that a lot of investors do face when they start out investing, especially, is they try to time the market, etc. But as the saying goes, time in the market, which means staying invested, always beats trying to time the market. Okay, so now that we have a little look at that, let's go into the pies, which is the feature on Trading 212 that I really like. And you can see that I have two pies currently, one called Dow 32 and one called Tesla stock. So let's take a look at the Dow 32. You can see I have 9.7k in this one. So if we go to the holdings here, we'll be able to see what's actually in the portfolio. So you can see it's made up of 27 different stocks here, starting off with the ones that are weighted the highest, which is Tesla, Nvidia, Palantir, and AMD, all of which have done very well for me over the course of this year. You can see we're currently up 19% Tesla, 53% Nvidia, 76% on Palantir, and 43% on AMD. So it's good that the highest weighted ones have some good returns there. A couple of losers, of course, as well. So Disney down 5%, Johnson & Johnson down 6%, Coca-Cola 7%, 3M 3%, and Pepsi 12%. So they're quite a bit that they're down by, but they also do pay dividends as well throughout the year. So that definitely lessens the impact a little bit there. And they're relatively small positions as well. So the losses, as you can see, the max being there about €35 loss. So not too bad. And then I'll just kind of generally go through, I won't go through all the stocks, but I'll kind of scroll down and see if there's any other big winners. Microsoft up 28%, which is pretty good. Let's see here, JP Morgan, that is up 20%. Caterpillar 22%, which is really good from what would be generally considered not much of a growth stock. That's more of a dividend stock, I guess. That's really good gains. Salesforce had a great year. I didn't capitalize on all of the gains, but up 40%. Intel doing well. So a lot of tech, a lot of companies in the tech space doing very well, and then a couple like Travelers Company, things like that, Nike, they're just holding kind of steady in around that kind of 2% gain, 1 to 2% gain. So yeah, that's generally a look at it. I'll also leave a link in the comment section below to this pie if anybody wants to jump in, take a look at it, and maybe take some inspiration, but make sure you do your own research for all of these stocks. Next up then we have Tesla stock, and on Trading 212, this is like a public pie that I have. Just generally that was the default setting, it was public. And a couple of people commented, why do I have a pie for just one stock? So at the minute I do have two stocks in here, and the reason I'll explain in this video is that essentially I have this as mainly a Tesla pie, so you can see it's at 80%, and then whenever I kind of want to get into another position relatively short term, or I'm just kind of thinking about it, I may just add it in here and then reallocate some of that Tesla money into it. So it's basically a way for me to add another stock into a kind of decent weighting, and not having to add new money, and I can just basically reallocate some of the Tesla money into it. So yeah, I have MongoDB in there at the minute. Not sure if it'll be a long-term play for me or not. I'm still kind of doing a little bit of research on it, but enough that I decided to put about 1.5k into it for now, and it's holding steady around that 2.5% gain there. So more to come on MongoDB. I'll probably do a video on that one, just to give you guys a heads up on why I'm kind of looking into it. But that's essentially it in terms of the Tesla pie there as well. So again, just a recap, we have about 23k invested, 23.2k, and that is split up, as you can see below, with the Dow 32 pie and the Tesla stock pie. As I said, I'm not sure if there need to link the Tesla stock pie below, but I'll do it anyway. So that is essentially my investment portfolio as it stands at the minute. I currently do not have anything in crypto, and as I said, I was buying a property, so that is kind of the main reason I haven't delved into crypto since, because I needed the money elsewhere, and crypto is generally considered a riskier asset as well, so I couldn't afford to put the money in there for now. But I think in the new year I will start to build up a crypto position again, but as I said, stay tuned for a dedicated video on that, where I'll kind of talk about the different coins or altcoin projects that I'll be getting into, and the kind of weightings that I plan to do for 2024. But yeah, just quickly, thanks to everyone who supported the channel in 2023. I wasn't as active as I would have liked to be, probably a little bit more so on TikTok than I was on YouTube, but just been a very, very busy year. But I'll do my best to continue in 2024 with producing content, because it's something I really do enjoy. And just anyone who likes and subscribes on the channel, it makes a massive difference. So just a big thank you to everyone who's done that so far. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great Christmas break, and we'll see you in the new year.